Wow.
Wow, this is some really deep stuff.
I don't know what just happened, but something happened inside of me. Something snapped, something.
I wasn't expecting that either.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. It's beautiful.
Monster is like really small, but it had to become that to stop me.
And then the hurt child became present when you mentioned it.
And I didn't realize this until now.
There were things that I didn't remember until now.
Funny, I haven't seen that before.
And it feels like I'm the monster. I'm kind of seeing images of things, of a world where they can exist. This clarity brings all kinds of answers.
It's clear. She hugged me and then went back to her place, I guess, in my heart. Oh, it wants to come out. It wants to bippity boppity boop Cinderella me. She's melted into my chest. It's ooey gooey.
All week been finishing things, cleaning up more, started eating vegetables again last week. And it kind of just started happening. It's almost like I just finished going through a meditation session.
I feel light, when you hit that first joint, in the morning, and
I actually feel a lot more awake.
So, do you know what you'd like to talk about today?
Yeah, I think the weed part.
Okay.
I've been, struggling. So I feel like, I started smoking again after my dog died.
Mm-hmm.
And, I've been using it, I feel like, to numb. And at this point, it's not even doing anything for me. I'm just kind of smoking it habitually.
Yeah.
And I think it's making me depressed and kind of having this brain fog, but I can't seem to stop.
Okay. So the part that you think is wanting to numb,
Yeah.
all right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so when that's coming up to, when it's coming up to use it, what are the messages you're hearing, if any?
Messages?
Yeah, I know we often start with where is it in the body? I was just wondering if it has any language or any other sensations that you're getting from it.
Let me think. I can't really think of any specific messages right now.
Okay. And how about that in the body or around the body? Do you have a sensation or a location of this part when it's becoming activated?
I kind of feel like my face.
Mm-hmm. Any more about it that you notice?
Like my face squeezes, and yeah, I guess that's it.
Okay. And how do you feel towards this part that causes that feeling?
Frustrated.
Mm-hmm. And can you turn towards that frustrated part and ask it for some space so you can get to know this
Okay.
other part?
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Now how do you feel towards the numbing part, the scrunched face part, the squeezed face part?
Yeah, I feel more curious and compassionate.
Mm-hmm. See if you're able to turn towards it and let it know that and see how it responds to that.
Okay.
You're able to see it or just sense it?
Yeah, I kind of sense an adult. Who's kind of like, okay, sure, what's the big deal? It's just weed.
Mm-hmm. See if you can ask this part what else it wants you to know, what it wants you to know about it or its job.
Says, I'm just here to keep everyone cool.
Mm-hmm. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
So you can let it know that you get it, that it makes sense.
Okay.
You could try asking what it's afraid would happen if it didn't do that job.
Okay. It says chaos and depression.
Mm-hmm. And does that all make sense to you?
Yeah.
How are you feeling towards it now?
Compassionate.
And are you able to show it that compassion? How does it react to your compassion?
Okay. I just said, thank you for trying to help me. It's like, yeah, no big deal. It's my job.
Yeah. How does it like doing its job?
I think it likes it when it's working. But now it's kind of more tedious because it's not really working.
What would you think about asking it more about this chaos and depression, the depression part, and exploring that? I mean, maybe you already know exactly what it's talking about, but is there more information there you might want to get?
Okay. Yeah, it's reminding me of a while ago, earlier in the year when I wasn't smoking but I was also off my antidepressants, and I would, there were many days where I just couldn't really do much other than just lay on the couch all day. It's afraid of that happening again.
Well, you know, it's up to you if you would like to try to, you know, look at that part that gets depressed and see what we can learn from it and work with it, or we can stay with this part and, you know, see what other roles it might like or what other solutions we can come up with or anything.
Yeah, we can talk to the depressed part.
Okay. So check in with that part, how it would feel about letting you work with that part, and let it know that your aim is just to heal whatever hurts or whatever is depressed, and it'll free it up for some other options.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Are there any other parts? Can you check inside for any other parts that have any fears or concerns about you contacting this part?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a scare part that is like, oh, if I talk to it, I'm going to wake it up and it's going to take over.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So let that part know, and maybe what we can do is we can ask the depressed part if it would let us work with it without taking over.
Okay. It's like, I can't make any promises.
Okay. Well, we don't have to push it. You know, we could observe it from a distance. We could get to know it in a lot of other ways. Or you could just ask it, yeah, why is that? Why, you know, does it want to get to know you? Or does it want you to get to know it? And maybe if it would just turn down that potential for overwhelm by a certain percentage, maybe that would make the other parts feel better about you working with it.
I'm sorry, I'm a little
I know it was a jumbled question.
confused.
I was studying too much today. of this very thing.
Yeah.
So there's just a lot of options here. I guess you could just ask more about when it says it can't make any promises.
Okay.
Maybe just, why not?
It's saying like, I am what I am and I can't help it. So.
Yeah. But the concern is that you, Joe, would be overwhelmed. And so I'm wondering how you feel about, working with this part, even if we're not trying to change this part necessarily, and we can back up at any time. We don't have to go any deeper than you feel comfortable with.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Okay. And the part that's scared is okay enough?
Yeah.
Great. So that depressed part, where do you feel that?
In my belly and my shoulders.
And are you able to see it?
Not super clearly, but yeah, it's like laying down.
How does it react to you just letting it know that you would like to get to know it?
It says, okay, sure.
And are you feeling curious about it?
Yeah.
Great. You could try asking if it feels like you get it. You feel like you understand it. It feels like you understand it.
Not really.
And so what can it show you to help you understand? What would it like for you to know?
Okay. It's like the broken spirit from my childhood, you know? Like Bill feels like the monster just broke it down. So now it's just kind of existing and is kind of hopeless and helpless.
Mm-hmm. And how do you feel towards it when you learn that about it?
I mean, it's like sad or compassion at least. So that's really hard.
Yeah. So let it know that you see how hard that is and that you're sad plus compassionate. Just see how it reacts to that.
Okay. It appreciates the compassion and attention. It still doesn't feel hopeful, but appreciates it.
And does it feel like it can trust you now? Does it feel like you get it now? Or is there more it wants to show you or let you know?
It's like you get used to living in the dark for so long, you don't you just give up hope.
Does it like being in your presence? I guess you said it did, like your attention. Can you see how old this part is?
I'm getting a 12. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Is there anything that part would like for you to do for it back in its time?
Did I tell you about the situation in 6th grade where there were two girls that were friends, and yeah, I talked shit about both of them, and then hidden shame after that. Yeah, it's like wants me to not hide, but just talk to them and be like sorry and face it.
Yeah. Is that something you could do now with this part? Either you could lead or you could, co-lead, or what would that look like to see yourself doing that now?
Yeah.
How's that going?
Good.
You might ask this part, you might ask it if it was protecting another part, like maybe when that happened, there was a reason why it was in that situation. And you could ask if it was protecting another part. maybe what it was afraid of. Getting anything?
I'm trying.
Just let me know. Just let me know if you want me to ask something else or if you want time.
Yeah, maybe ask something else.
Okay. Try asking this part how it would feel about unburdening some of those feelings with you.
Yeah. It wants to.
Awesome. So see if you can, ask it where it would like to go. Where would it, if it could go anywhere, any time and place, where would it like to go?
Okay. Yeah, it'll come to the house on the water with the other parts.
And now ask where this part is carrying those feelings in its body.
In my chest and shoulders.
Mm-hmm. And how would this part like to give them up to one of the elements or some other way?
Yeah. I think to air.
Okay. You can help it set that up.
Okay.
And get it all out.
Okay.
How's it going?
Good.
Is the part feeling better?
Yeah.
Is there any other feelings that it wants to release, or does it feel like it's got them all out? That sensation?
Yeah.
And now, what other qualities does it want to invite inside of itself?
Joy, strength, freedom.
It's great. Now you're ready to invite maybe that weed smoking part in, the one that was worried about the chaos and depression,
Yeah.
and see how that part reacts.
Okay. It's impressed.
Is there anything it would like to give up? Or any other, would it like to participate in that ritual?
Yeah, I can do kind of some of the same thing.
Mm-hmm. When it's done with that, you could ask if there's a new role it would like to have.
Okay. Yeah, it's like it could still be I don't know, in charge of making everything cool and relaxed and just chill.
And what does it need from you in the future? Either of these parts.
I think the 12-year-old part needs me to speak up and stand up for myself. And the lead part, I don't know. It just wants to make things chill.
It's an important job. Right?
Yeah.
And how are you feeling overall?
Better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that needs to be done, or can you think of a good way to conclude?
I think we're good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, parts. Talk to you next week.
Okay, sounds good.
Bye.
Do you want to help bring more self-energy to the world?
If you'd like to participate in calls or help out with this project in any way, I'd love to hear your ideas. Join the Discord server or contact me at james@liveifs.com. A huge thanks to our audio engineer, Zikri, for your care and diligence in editing the calls. To every caller for your courage in sharing some of your parts. And to anyone out there getting to know their internal system, keep going. Who knows, that might be the most selfless, helpful thing you can do for others, and you're the only one who can do it. If you'd like to see us reach the largest audience, we must please the almighty suggestion algorithms at iTunes and YouTube. And they don't care about the power of IFS. They're looking for likes and shares and comments, and the sooner the better. Follow the links in the show notes right here in your podcast player to make your wishes known. And now, a minute of meditation. Or if you prefer, pull over. You can do it in 60 seconds. Just click one of those links. They're right there, and give us a like or a 5-star rating. It would really help. If you think this project is helping people, you're helping people by sharing it. Thank you.